With a degree in technology from Anne Arundel Community College, you can power up a whole new future. It's time. Discover a bold new path. Be your own breakthrough. Reboot yourself.
Hi, I'm Stunning Stella Cheeks.
And I'm the Enigma Erin Klein.
And this is
Not Your Demographic,
a feminist wrestling podcast.
Shockingly, those exist.
Erin is
Feeling rough.
feeling rough.
Feeling rough.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. We're recording at 3 p.m. on a Wednesday.
Yes, we are.
Because Erin called off of work because of why, Erin?
Because I have food poisoning.
Yeah, but she's still here, showing up.
I'm here, doing it.
Erin keeps eating squid and then getting, quote, food poisoning, when I'm saying that means that she's fucking allergic, but she's like, no.
I eat it all the time. It's just very easy to prepare it wrong. This is the second time in 30 years that it's happened.
You did not eat squid when you were 2.
Okay, in 25 years.
You had squid when you were 5? How cosmopolitan.
Well, my grandparents lived in Florida. We ate a lot of seafood. That's why I like it. I know that I'm not allergic to it. It's just that it's super easy to prepare it wrong. And when you get a dish with a lot of squid in it, you're more likely to get something that is not prepared correctly. And then that one piece will give you food poisoning, which is what happened both times. I got a dish that was like just a big ass bowl of squid and got sick.
You fool.
It was not pleasant. It's not a pleasant experience.
Well, it works out for me because I prefer to record during the day.
Yeah, this worked out really well.
Other than your food poisoning, how are you?
I'm all right, other than the food poisoning. I watched Jim Jeffers' new special this week on Netflix. It was very good. Ironically, the day before I got food poisoning, I watched a special in which he does a bit about food poisoning.
Hilarious.
Yeah, there was literally a moment where I was being ill and I was like, oh my God, this is my life now. And that was when I realized, oh my God, I have food poisoning, because it was a line that he used. And I was like, oh my God, it's true. I
so
totally
funny.
have food poisoning. It was just like so bizarre, like less than 24 hours later. So I highly recommend his new special. It was very funny. And it was just a strange coincidence. Other than that, still watching a lot of Battlestar Galactica. I'm still obsessed. I love it. I bought some Battlestar merch on Prime Day because I wanted to not cross the picket line and participate in the strike, so I spent money elsewhere. So I bought some Battlestar Galactica merch. Shockingly,
From where?
It's very difficult to find. It's a site called
Yeah, it's like a very old show.
Yeah, it ended in 2009. Shockingly, not a lot of great merch available for a show that ended almost 10 years ago. Yeah, I found I definitely want another Battlestar Galactica tattoo.
What are you going to get?
I want to get the symbol for the Pyramid League. It's 12 stars with the Battlestar Galactica symbol in the middle of it. And I think I'm either going to get it on the front of my shoulder or the back of my shoulder. I want it to be next to my Starbucks tattoo.
Right.
Because it's an Anders tattoo. Because he's
womp womp.
Mom. I was like, I can't get the matching tattoo to the one I have. That's super weird.
Just have them on both arms.
Well, my arm is already covered, so I thought about it and I was like, it's too bad I didn't think of this then and just get both of them. But then it would look like I have angel wings, which
would be weird.
Super weird, yeah. So it's that, and it's on it's a maroon colored sweater with the symbol in bright gold, and it looks like an old track sweater.
That's cool.
And I was like, I will spend some money on this.
I like stuff that looks like it actually comes from somewhere. My Sunnydale sweater I love because it actually looks like a high school sweater or a track sweater, but it's obviously says Sunnydale High, and that's not a real high school.
Yeah,
to my knowledge.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm sure it is somewhere, but in the capacity that you're wearing it, it's not for a real high school. Yeah, so I spent it on that, and I also got a t-shirt, a women's cut t-shirt in the same design but in black, so I can wear it too when it's summer. So I just bought some Battlestar Galactica merch. It was
nerd.
Very satisfying. How are you? What have you been up to?
On the brink of like a mental breakdown, but like
Again?
what else is new? Yeah, this week has been weird because I feel like I have so much to do, but none of it is crazy pressing. But then it all just piles up because like I'm not focusing on it, and now I'm just like teetering on the edge, which is like my perpetual state of being, I guess. Mm-hmm. We had our catering tasting. We were just talking about that. The food is gonna be so good at my wedding.
I'm so excited.
There was a wedding disaster thing that was happening that I think I figured out, so that's good. I finished watching The Gifted, which is part of the reason that everything has been pushed to the side, because I was like, I have these hours.
I have to prioritize this.
And I'd like to watch The Gifted. Man, it was so good. I cannot wait for season 2. And season 2 starts in September, so I do not have to wait that long. I'm so excited. Honestly, if you like superhero shows, but you're also a little overwhelmed or bored by them, because like I was really keeping up on a lot of them, and I fell off. I don't know what the fuck happened in Arrow this season. I fell off of S.H.I.E.L.D. last season, and I plan on catching back up, but that's part of the reason I didn't pull the trigger on The Gifted, even though the X-Men are my favorite, because I was like, I don't know. I'm just kind of over it. But The Gifted is like fucking perfect, and is
that's nice.
And it's not perfect, but it remains true to like the characters, and they don't just like use a character's name, but it's not that character.
Right.
They like, you know, they actually had Proudstar, and they actually had Sage, and they like, who is like kind of a pull. And there's a couple X-Men or like mutants that you are like, wait a minute, oh no, that's an actual mutant from the thing. It's not just a thing we made up. Mm-hmm. And Blink has been really good, and the Cuckoos, and like the whole Fenris thing. Oh man, you guys, it was just like really good.
Awesome.
And I cannot wait to watch season 2.
Yay.
Yeah, so that is kind of what I've been doing. And I started reading my comic books again, even though I have like 200 to catch up on. Ridiculous. I did pick them up this week.
Oh, that's nice.
It's funny because I'm like up on the newer series. Like I'm caught up on like Domino and X-23, which is still fucked up that it's named X-23. Like I get it that Wolverine's back or whatever, but she can't be called Wolverine. But like we have 2 Hawkeyes. Why can't we have 2 Wolverines? And honestly, like why? This is a dramatic thing to say, but like X-23 is like, in a lot of senses, her like slave name. That's the name that they gave her as an experiment, and she divorced herself from it. Like honestly, let's just call her Badass Laura. Like that's a better superhero name than this moniker that she shed in like this very dramatic way with like the sons and daughters of X and stuff. Like I don't know, but the comic is good because Gabby forever, and the Cuckoos are there. The Cuckoos are showing up a lot. I don't know. I'm in an X-Men mind frame right now.
Mm-hmm. You don't have an X-Men tattoo yet, do you?
No, because I've gone back and forth on them a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should get something simple, like just the X, like how I have the Star Trek tattoo,
right.
Or I kind of want to get, one of our friends has a old school style tattoo of like Daredevil's head and Deadpool's head, and like it looks really cool, and I've been playing with the idea of doing that with Kitty Pryde. She's my favorite, so I have like ideas. It's just like I have ideas for like 12 tattoos.
Right, exactly. So, teetering in that same space.
Right. I will get tattoos of an X-Men eventually, probably.
Yeah.
But
you're also young. It's not like...
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
It's not like you're like 67. You're like, I just can't decide.
Well, I'm 67. I'm just going to be getting them every day.
For real.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm bored. I'm going to go get a tattoo.
Who needs to look at my skin? Literally no one.
What wrestling shirt are you wearing?
I'm wearing my You Ain't Shit Bayley shirt.
Can't believe you bought that.
I love it. I think it's hilarious. I've had it for like a week and a half now, and I was like, well, I'm going to wear it this week, so I hope there's a reason, and there is.
Because it was shit?
Yeah, because it was absolute shit.
Okay. Let's just fucking talk about it. Kurt Angle is literally the worst GM.
I don't understand why they chose to do this.
And not even in like Kurt Angle's gonna being dicked around by Stephanie and stuff. Like that stuff I can get, and like his relationship with Ronda, like he doesn't know whether to be her boss or a friend. Like I get that. This stuff with Bayley and Sasha makes no fucking sense. Like when Mick Foley was there, if he did something like this, it would make a little bit more sense because of his like investment in the women's revolution and the women as competitors and stuff. So like even that would have made more sense. Still would have been weird, but like Kurt Angle being like, hey ladies, if you can't get along on this show where we solve all of our problems in the ring with fights, then I'm going to break you up. You have to go to counseling. It doesn't make any sense. And it's so like, it's like weirdly sexist, especially somebody brought up online, because I was talking to them And they were like, I thought the whole thing was that it was sexist because women couldn't get along. And now it's sexist because, like, women have to get along. And I was like, yeah, being a woman is complicated.
Yeah.
There are unrealistic expectations.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's just been so weird. And then the match didn't make any sense because it's a tag match. And they get Sasha, it gets thrown out because Sasha goes outside the ring and defends her partner who's being attacked. Like in a tag match?
Yeah. That's
why was it DQ'd? It's not even that she was being like overly aggressive, I thought. She was literally fighting in this fight. Tag matches are always fucking chaos. I have no idea why that was thrown out. I thought it was a count out at first. And I was like, wait a minute. No, it wasn't a count out. And I went back and watched it and I was like, so this just got thrown out cause?
Yeah.
Because these ladies got too mean?
It doesn't make any sense. And also, I feel like when Mick Foley combined men who weren't getting along, there's a tag division. Like, it makes sense to put them together. And the idea of, like...
Also, it wasn't like, if you don't get along, you're going to get fired.
Right, exactly. It's so... And they're not being fired, they're being traded, which, like, good? Why wouldn't they want to be traded? That's the other thing. Like, it just makes absolutely no sense. This storyline makes it so clear that there are no women in the writer's room. That's all it is.
For sure.
Just, like, confirmation... That's right. There's, like, confirmation after confirmation that it's just men who... don't have any female friends, or
don't know how female friendships work,
or are only friends with women who don't like other women, and like that is not, you can just see it, like they don't know how to write for each other. This like weird I love you thing, it was like, what the fuck is, do you think all women like secretly want to fuck each other because you want to fuck all women? Like, so that's not how it works.
I've seen these arguments where people were like, why is everybody thinking that it's lesbian? Why is everybody thinking that it's gay? Like, why can't these women just say I love you to each other? And it's like, okay, I get where you're coming from. Here's why that people are jumping to this conclusion. I don't even know if they're doing it, but here's why people are jumping to that conclusion. A, it feels like it came out of left field.
Yeah, totally.
Because, like, even if they were friends, like, they've never had that type of friendship on screen. Right. So, and they have been interacting with each other for literal years. So that's weird.
Yeah, it's an escalation in their friendship, or if nothing else.
An insane escalation.
And not to happen like in the middle of this whole chaos too makes absolutely no sense.
And then the delivery of it was a romantic comedy. Hey, don't you get it? I love you. It was, yeah. I love this about you. I love this about you. I love this about you. You want to know why I'm upset? Because I don't know how to share how much I love you with you. It wasn't like, Bayley, I'm having a hard time with us fighting because you're my friend and I love you. And it's been difficult. It was, I love you.
Yeah.
That's the weight that it carried.
Absolutely.
Whether or not that's how they wrote it, that's how it read 100%. And on top of that, for years they've been saying like, we're going to have more LGBTQ like stories, this, that, and the other thing. And they haven't really. So this feels very much like a dumb WE thing where they're like, I don't know, make them lesbians.
Yeah, exactly. It makes absolutely no sense. I also feel like I didn't think about this until I was on my way over here today, but it also kind of feels like they're trying to capitalize on the golden lovers, like frenzy that is happening of these people who have this really long storied history, and then
but who have a past, not just out of nowhere.
That's the thing, is that it's probably bros who think that they're just friends and don't understand that the golden lovers are lovers, and that's super explicit at this point. And they're like, nah, they're just pals being pals, and are now writing Sasha and Bayley in this same way and like do not understand that that's what they're saying.
It's almost
like, best case scenario.
Honestly, I think it's almost worse if it wasn't written in this I love you lesbian way, because it means that they fundamentally don't understand how women interact with each other.
Oh, yeah. I think that's absolutely true.
I've told you I love you. I've told friends that I've been fighting with I love you. When I'm fighting with somebody and I say I love you, it doesn't carry that weight. It's like, hey, we're fighting. I'm frustrated. I love you. I want to get over this fight. Not, why can't you see that I'm tormented? I'm not good at expressing my feelings. I love you.
Yeah.
That's why people were like, this feels gay.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily a bad thing to have a gay storyline. Obviously, it's a good thing to have that. But with these two characters, it feels so shoehorned in. Like,
absolutely.
You want to make... we know IRL that they're both in heterosexual relationships. Not that necessarily matters, because it is this fake world, but these two characters specifically online and stuff really blur their kayfabe and stuff, so that's confusing.
Yeah.
But also, like, it's so shoehorned in, and also, so you want them to fight in Brooklyn and recreate their magic? Literally, all you had to do was the same story. And I know, like, maybe on the other side we would have been complaining, like, oh, they're just rehashing the story. All you had to do was say, Sasha says, I don't know why you're following me around all the time. You're not good enough. You've never been good enough. You're bringing me down. And then Bayley's like, no, I am good enough. You can make Bayley the heel in that. You can make Sasha the heel in that. Like, I don't understand why in this show we had to make a more complicated story than that.
It doesn't make any sense. It feels so frustrating. And also I feel like this is also speaks to men in the writing room thinking the only way that women like this are going to have any other kind of fight is if they're exes and like want to tear each other apart. But that's a fucked up projection of men about their own exes and the way that they've treated them and labeled them as crazy.
Right.
That's like a whole cultural thing that happens.
Either bitches be crazy, they always be fighting, they don't like each other, or they're fighting because they're unrequited love.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so stupid.
It's so stupid. It's bad writing. It's just insanely bad writing.
And honestly, maybe it was Sasha bad delivery. Maybe Sasha really oversold it and was like,
maybe,
and made it seem rom-com-y. Maybe like that wasn't the intent, but if it was that
but
easily,
the way that it's written,
totally. But I'm just saying, it's just like a lot. And I don't personally think that they're doing a lesbian story. I just think that they
are dumb
and are not good writers, frankly, and are not good writers for women. I really don't think that they're doing that. I cannot believe that they would be that obtuse, but like, who knows? But I see why people, I see why people are feeling that way. And I also, that argument where people are like, no, Sasha's just like a Venus flytrap. She's like luring Bayley in.
That's terrible.
With her emotions, and then she's going to turn on her, and then it will be a big payoff. And be like, okay,
will
so,
it?
A, even if that's what she's doing, she could have just turned on her anyways. And B, so that's always going to have that connotation of, I pretended to be a lesbian, and then I turn on you.
Yeah.
Which is also icky. Even if that's not their story, that's how it reads, and that's how it's important.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I know it doesn't read for that way for everyone, but a lot of people, it read that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
For better or for worse. And honestly, Bayley's face at the end, it was like, yeah, Bayley, me too. I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Exactly. It's just so fucking bizarre. I just don't get it.
On top of that, to bring in my merch, because I'm wearing my Foxy shirt. Yes, it is terrible, but I love her. She's my appreciate. I was upset that match was so truncated and cut short, because we haven't seen Foxy in a long time.
A super long time.
We never get to see Dana. Mm-hmm. And I feel like they could have been more adept at telling some of this story in the ring.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was like a throwaway match. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we got other matches later on. Like we had Ember and Sarah, and that was really good. But this was a weird throwaway match for a weird ass segment. I don't know. I didn't like it.
Yep. And it was a hot fucking mess.
It sucks because like Dana Brooke has been very vocal about like, hey, I just want to wrestle, and she doesn't look that good in the ring anymore because she doesn't get to wrestle.
Yeah, exactly.
But you could see that she's really trying, and she has moments, and it sucks because you're gonna get people be like, oh, she doesn't get put in there because she's not good, and like, well, there are reasons.
How the hell is she supposed to get any better?
And also, it was just nice to see Foxy again and like get tidbits of like Foxy's like character, like when Sasha Banks was coming out, when she was like smacking her wrist like, come on bitch, let's hurry up. Mm-hmm. Like, and her like yelling on the outside to Dana, like that is the Alicia Fox I want to see. I was so happy to see her, even if she was wearing weird pigtails. She's still my appreciate. I'm so happy to see her. And I liked her new gear. I thought her new gear looked like that color, the like bronzy color looked really good on her, and her logo is cool. I don't know why they didn't just make her fucking shirt with that logo. It's a cool ass logo. But on top of all this mess with Sasha and Bayley, you got two other women just thrown away.
Absolutely.
It sucked. It's confusing and it sucked.
It's very frustrating.
I also think this is one of those segments that's like, we're having this gut reaction to it, but it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like we can't make a judgment on it right now. Like there's...
Yeah,
where the fuck is this going? Because this could turn into like... Sometimes stuff that is terrible somehow morphs into something good, and I feel like this is like walking a weird line right now.
Yeah.
I feel like the talent is there, and maybe they can do something with it, or maybe like we're supposed to feel this way and they're going to swerve us some other way. Like, I don't know. It's too early, but like right now in this moment, I'm pissed and confused.
Yeah, and it feels like if that's the case, then I'm glad that they have some kind of long-term story for this. Get better at your day-to-day, week-to-week writing.
Yes.
Like, if you have a good plan, you shouldn't have to fucking wring it out of us. Like, I only watched a couple of segments from Raw this week. I felt very burnt out after Extreme Rules. I didn't have any desire to see Brock. I didn't care about any of that. And so I just went back and watched stuff later and was like, I don't give a fuck about this. I feel like they're just dragging us back and forth over and over about this stuff and building these storylines at a pace that makes absolutely no sense. Like, overall, like you said, once you get to the video package, you can look back and you can see these moments. Like, yeah, it feels really good in that moment, but every single week to have the very scripted writing be such shit, it is really taking a toll on me, and I'm just like really tired of it. It sucks. Like, that's what, like, I like watching SmackDown because it doesn't always feel that way, but Raw always feels extremely scripted with bad writing. It's just, it sucks.
It does suck.
It's so frustrating. I just want to like watching wrestling. I don't want to be
watch other wrestling
around. I know, that's true. The G1, especially in New Japan, is happening, so there's approximately 1 billion other matches to watch at this point. I can never keep up with that. People are like, you just have to commit to it. Like, yeah, I don't have 8 hours to commit.
I'm committing to Battlestar Galactica right now.
I have a lot of Battlestar Galactica to watch. My Battlestar boyfriend is almost at the end of season 3. He texted me this morning, and I was like, I literally can't speak to you until you finish this season.
So ridiculous. So we're mixing it up. We're going to do our appreciates up top from now on, just because like we want to talk about our feelings and our thirst up top. I already said that mine is Foxy because I was just so happy to see her back. Weird pigtails and all, but like that's part of loving Foxy, is loving her ridiculous hair choices.
Yep, that's true. You gotta love all of her.
Well, who is your appreciate this week?
My appreciate this week is Drew Gulak, because I really liked what he was doing with the robe, and when he raised his hand to do the politician's salute when he comes out, you could see that he wrote on his forearm about like giving it your all or take your best shot or something. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I saw that and I was like, I really like this. And then at the end, I remembered that he like signs at the end of his.
Oh yeah,
and I really like that. And I like hadn't really thought about how much I
weirdly
liked it.
Inclusive for a heel.
Yeah, and I really enjoy that, and it doesn't feel bad that he does it as a heel. It's just like he is like.
Also, anybody who knows anything about him knows that like that's real.
Yeah,
it's not just like
exactly
a weird shitty thing he's doing.
Yeah, and I really like that. So I was like, you know what? You look great, looking hot in this robe. When you take it off, sign in. I'm into it. Appreciate Drew Gulak.
Okay, I know we're skipping ahead, but 205 Live. There's a fatal 4-way next week for the number one contender, the 2000th number one contender match on 205 Live.
I'm so torn about it. I like that Cedric wants to be a fighting champion and that they're trying to like build storylines about why people get to fight, but when it's the same people over and over, it's
they have such a small roster, so it's like the blessing and the curse. Like people get airtime and people get to develop feuds and have these really good matches, but it is also a curse because there's like 10 people on that roster, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and honestly, the championship scene lately has, I mean, we're always missing Neville, but has really made me miss Neville, because Neville was like a relevant champion for that show in a way that sadly Cedric is not.
And I don't think he's bad.
It's just but they're not prioritizing him.
Right, exactly.
And he's not.
They want it to be Mustafa Ali, but they know that they can't have Cedric give it to Mustafa Ali.
Yeah,
that's
I don't know.
It really feels like we're building up to someone beating.
But then
Cedric,
even if you give it to Mustafa, like babyface champions are harder to write.
Absolutely.
And I think that they might fall into the same trap that they're doing with Cedric with Mustafa.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely possible. I don't know.
It made me long for Neville because I miss him, but because he was so good at centralizing the entire show and the roster about it.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully, I think Mustafa definitely has more of a character and definitely has more of like an audience connection than Cedric does. So there's definitely that possibility. But like 205 Live works with a heel champion, and I feel like that's what we need. And the Fatal 4-Way next week is going to be Drew Gulak, Hideo Itami, TJP, and Mustafa Ali.
Yes.
My hope is that it's Drew Gulak, and Drew Gulak gets the belt.
I hope that as well.
He is somebody that
all for it.
is a good performer, has proven himself, but also can talk and can bring that element to the championship in a new way, or a way more indicative of something that like Neville did, and make it more of a staple of the show. And I don't necessarily think it's Cedric's fault. I think it's definitely the writer's fault. Maybe they don't have faith in him that way, but the title scene on 205 Live is just like a mess.
Yeah, it is a mess. It's weird because like the non-title scene is great.
Right? Absolutely.
There's so much good
that
stuff
Leo
happening.
Rush Tozawa match was excellent.
Oh, it was so good.
Honestly, I felt like I was watching and I know I've talked about Leo Rush like this before, like, oh, so fast, but I honestly felt like I was watching my TV on fast forward. Like, he is so fast, and Tozawa is always fast too, but the two of them together and matching each other's energy and speed, it was like, I almost like can't watch this. I am, and I love it, but like, it was almost like,
it's like how Ring of Honor used to be, where people would just like fly around the ring for like 15 minutes. Like that, I mean, that is the environment that Leo Rush was born in. It makes sense that that's like exactly how he moves.
But he had good chemistry with Tozawa.
Oh, they had great chemistry. I really enjoyed it, and it did a really good job of like setting him up as like a shitty heel when he was like, "No more jobs, I can't take it anymore." Like, and it was. I will say though, I really like Leo Rush. Watching him against Tozawa was one of the first times I've ever thought, like, I cannot see Leo Rush as part of the main roster, like, title picture, kind of in any sense. He's very little, and I like that, but, like, truly, I cannot imagine him standing next to, like, Dean Ambrose. He would look so small, because he looks small next to Tozawa, who is not big. Like, if you, like, Tozawa next to Titus is a pretty stark difference, and so it's sort of weird to imagine Leo inside of that, but like they have this division, and if he just runs fucking wild in it, I don't think it matters necessarily. And he can also do the like show up in one of the NXT divisions and do like a spot and shit like that if he's never gonna be outside of 205 Live. But it was like, it was very stark to be like, wow, I've never seen Tozawa look big like this before.
Yeah, I guess I didn't notice that, but I can see where you're coming from, which is like obviously not his fault and is out of his control. All. And he is like a wrestling prodigy. He's so young. He's 23 and is like this good. But yeah, I definitely, I thought that in a different way, where I was like, there are limitations to this performer in this environment, unfortunately. Yeah. But it was a good match, and Leo Rush won, which definitely shows that they
believe in him.
Right, they believe in him.
He's finally dug himself out of the hole that he created.
Yes. Well, we're already talking about it, so we should talk about Noam Dar and TJP. This was my favorite match.
I really enjoyed this one.
I thought that Leo Rush and Tozawa was good and had the storyline, but I was like nervous watching the TJP match because he was working Noam Dar's knee so much, and like he just came back from this injury, and it worked my brain a little bit. I was like, I know this is how wrestling works, but this is really effective because TJP is a good wrestler, and he's so good at this like shitty little heel character, but Noam Dar is also a shitty little heel, and like it just, their dynamic in ring was really, really good.
I was watching this match and I was like, I'm so excited to see Noam Dar. I've missed him so much. I really like him as a wrestler. Also, he's extremely hot. And I was looking at his face and I was like,
dim Scottish boys.
I was like, something's wrong here though, and I can't figure out what and it took me like the whole match to be like, hair? He doesn't have a beard anymore. His face is totally bare, and it's weird, and I don't like it.
Didn't he have a baby face before?
He did for a little while, and then he grew a beard. I think it was while he was injured that he grew it, and then shaved it off, and now I'm like, I don't know about this.
Oh, his little baby face.
He has such a baby face. It's so weird. Like, I don't know about this.
I don't know about this little baby face.
But he looked great. I was excited to see him. And it makes sense to put TJP into this #1 contenders match over Noam Dar, since Noam is just back.
Right, for sure.
He can take I'm being cautious about my injury loss. Like,
well, and also TJP has been kind of on this like slow build, like his feud with Drake Maverick, and like he has proven himself, and I think him being in this fatal 4-way, even if he doesn't win, like he definitely deserves to be there.
Yeah,
I think
I would agree with that.
All right, news. So a lot has happened this week, but we're basically only going to talk about 1.5 things.
Yep.
Well, let's do bad news, good news.
All right. Well, bad news. There's a racist back in the Hall of Fame. Pew, 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 pew. Sad.
Back
fireworks.
on their bullshit.
I was pretty pissed about the statement that they put out that after a 3-year suspension, he's been reinstated in the Hall of Fame. Like, really, I thought it was that he was fired because he's on tape saying, I am a racist. Like, this shouldn't be hard. This should not be a difficult thing to make a decision on. And yet here we are.
Hey, Jerry Lawler, what do you think about this?
Why?
Why would anybody ask his opinion about literally anything?
But
because a bunch of people still value and love these fucking old white guys. Which I mean, I get people are fucking dumb, but like, also fuck Jerry Lawler, fuck Hulk Hogan. You can acknowledge their importance to the world of wrestling without like giving the modern day monster
a platform.
Yeah,
absolutely. I totally agree. I also like, I really, if you're not listening to WrestleSplania, I recommend it. It's very good. When the Andre the Giant HBO series came out, they at the time correctly predicted this is just a whitewashed propaganda piece for Hulk Hogan to come back, and that's literally what happened. And I think that was absolutely the goal of the Andre documentary, was to soften Hulk Hogan and bring him back into the spotlight. I did not watch that because I was like, I don't want to see Hulk Hogan.
I watched it because Nick wanted to watch it, and I honestly didn't. I watched it like right away, and so I guess maybe I didn't realize how much of a platform it was for Hulk Hogan. Yeah. But even just watching that and not having that context, Nick even brought it up. He was like, so that was a lot of Hulk Hogan. And I was like, it sure was.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It sure was.
And now we see why. Because he's back. Hanging out backstage.
Just
doing shit.
Out.
I've heard a lot of rumors that he's going to be like involved in some kind of match as like a special referee authority.
Yeah.
Like,
why wouldn't it be? He's back. They got to use him.
It's fucked up.
It is
super fucked up.
Super dupes fucked up. But, we're two white girls who obviously have talked about political stuff and racism and things like that. But Kofi Kingston and the New Day, amidst all of these rumors of how the black WWE stars were feeling about the Hogan reinstatement, and obviously New Day are prominent.
Titus apparently walked off.
Yeah, but he also said that he came out and said, like, that's not what happened.
Okay.
So there are all these rumors. Mark Henry said it's like a 50-50 split, and there's rumors about Titus leaving and all of this like stuff going on backstage. But Kofi Kingston and the New Day are obviously like three prominent black athletes in the WWE, and honestly some of the most popular black athletes in WWE history.
Yeah.
And so obviously lots of people were really interested in what they had to say, and I think that Kofi and the New Day really, really summed it up well. And I think that their like, our feelings are obviously our feelings, but their words and feelings hold more value on this subject. Yeah. And so we're actually just going to read this statement. I'm sure a lot of you have read it, but I think it bears repeating. So this is from Kofi and the New Day. To the WWE Universe and whoever else it may concern, this will be the only statement we make regarding Hogan's reinstatement into the WWE's Hall of Fame. We do not wish to spend the energy debating the point because between our kids, our external ventures, and this job, our energy is spread thin enough already. LOL. Which
I love that there's an LOL.
Best.
Yeah,
Kofi's the best. We are only writing this simply to provide an answer to the many who have bombarded us with questions on where we stand on the issue. We preface this statement by emphasizing that this is our own opinion and may not necessarily reflect the opinion of anyone else affected. How do we feel? Indifferent. We are not happy or sad, angry or resentful. Who WWE puts in the Hall of Fame is totally and completely up to the company, and from a career standpoint, there is no argument on whether or not Hogan should have his place. We have no problem with his reinduction in the slightest degree. It is impossible to even begin to mention the history and evolution of the business without mentioning his name and his accolades. On a personal level, when someone makes a racist and hateful comments about any race or group of people, especially to the degree that Hogan made about our people, we find it difficult to simply forget, regardless of how long ago it was or the situation in which those comments were made. But we also do not respond with more feelings of hate. Instead, we just do not associate with the people who convey or have conveyed this negativity and hurtful mindset. This instance will be no different. Perhaps if we see him make a genuine effort to change, then maybe our opinion will change. Time will tell. Through the course of our lives, people have used racist comments toward us, and it doesn't feel good. But if we stopped moving forward every time we were met with prejudicial hatred, then we would have never achieved our current accomplishments. We know we are worth it. We know our kids are worth it, and most importantly, we know that people that look like us are worth it and always have been. There isn't a person on this planet who will ever be able to say anything to make us think otherwise because we believe in ourselves as a people and don't need anyone's approval on that, regardless of who they are. Having said that, his reinstatement won't change anything for us. It will have zero effect on our ability to perform or the level of effort we put into doing what we love to do, and that is to deliver an entertaining product each week for our fan base. Sincerely, The New Day. Never trade your authenticity for approval. But that is kind of a perfect statement.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's very smart. It's very diplomatic in a way that it absolutely has to be, because
they work there.
Yep, absolutely. And like have to continue to exist in this company.
I think that they probably feel that way. They're like, look, kind of fuck this guy, but also like, whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hogan's not taking down the New Day anytime soon.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And I really appreciated the part where they were like, we know that his opinion actually doesn't matter. We are of value. Our kids are of value. Black people are of value. We don't need any outside validation on that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, racism fucking sucks and it's terrible, but like, we don't have to. I mean, it's kind of when they go low, we go high. Like, yeah, it is obviously oversimplified in that way, but
racists want to destroy your life, and like,
don't let them.
Yeah, to the extent that you can not let them do that, don't let them do that.
Honestly, this has already kind of backfired on them, and I mean, imagine Hogan walking out at SummerSlam. Some of the crowd might yell and be happy because some people love Hulk Hogan still, but like,
they're gonna boo his ass.
It's not gonna be pretty, and then they're gonna get slapped in the face with it. So sure, let them do this. Let them fail.
Absolutely. I think it's important too sometimes to have WWE fail publicly and have their superstars say stuff like this. Like, yeah, we can make these statements because we know our own worth, especially in this company. And
what are you gonna fire them for making a statement like that?
Exactly. And like, you have to force your company to come to terms with that shit. And like, I think that this was an important step for the New Day to take too. Like, I'm glad. And also, like, the WWE's Hall of Fame doesn't mean shit. It doesn't really exist. It doesn't mean goddamn thing. Yeah, it's an accolade that's afforded to people. But like, also as like a sports history note, whatever, like, WWE is gonna put the New Day into that Hall of Fame at some point too, and like, that's a platform that they'll have for the rest of their lives too. So I feel like New Day is handling this in like absolutely the right way.
And honestly, like, my feelings is this: from what I've heard, Hulk Hogan hasn't really apologized. He's just been like, I'm not a racist. If Hulk Hogan had come out and said, I made a mistake, I said a racist comment, and I felt those things at that time, and I have really had some time to reflect, and I realized that I was wrong, and I want to learn. And if he had said anything like that, like, maybe, and even New Day addressed that, like, if he is really trying to change, then sure, like, people can change, but that's not what this is. So yeah.
Someone, I can't remember who I was talking to about this, but somebody said that the way that Hogan talked on that tape too, like, he said some fucked up shit but basically was like, I am a racist.
To be honest, I never listened to it.
It's super fucked up. But honestly, it sounds like somebody who doesn't actually believe these things and is saying them because he thinks it will make the other person in the room think he's cool. Like, it feels very performative in a way that's almost worse for me. Like, you're willing to pretend to be a racist so that you think you think that will benefit you. Like, that's bad. And like, I think that's why he hasn't apologized, just because he's like, well, I'm not a racist. Like, okay, but you said that you were. Why exactly? And what were you hoping to accomplish? And why now are you not gonna do that anymore? Like, there's just seems to be no accountability about it whatsoever.
Yeah. Anyways, it's dumb if he shows up at
any
event that you're at. Boo his ass to hell.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Fuck that guy.
Talk about better news. Nicole goddamn Matthews is going to be in the Mae Young Classic, and I'm so excited.
Yes. Excellent.
Oh, she is one of my absolute favorite indie wrestlers. And if you don't know who she is, she's just so we talked about her before. She's so funny. She's so talented. She's fucking brilliant. I love her so much. And I'm so fucking happy that she's in the Mae Young Classic.
Absolutely. She's a great wrestler. Like,
God.
I'm very excited to see what she can do.
Wrestler all around.
Absolutely.
She just like gets it, and she's amazing.
Mm-hmm. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
How old she is?
I do not. I do know that I love her.
Yeah, I know. I'm just wondering, like, is WWE trying to sign her? Did they say anything about that? She wasn't announced as a new signee.
She wasn't announced. So here are the 10 Mae Young announcements that we know so far. Io Shirai, who has officially been signed.
Yes.
Caitlyn returning. We don't know in what capacity, if she's just returning like Serena Deeb did, or if she's like, this is a step for her to do a full return. Right. But Caitlyn, Nicole Matthews.
Yes.
Deonna Purrazzo, who has signed.
Yep, she's officially signed.
Tegan Knox, a.k.a. Nixon Nywell, who was signed.
Oh, right.
So she's going to be kind of making her debut because she fucked up her knee last time.
Right.
Reina Gonzalez, who was in the Mae Young Classic last time.
I do not remember her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ginny, who is a UK performer, and I think is signed with NXT UK. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's confusing.
Isn't she the Progress Women's Champion right now?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
She has been.
Sure.
Still on chapter 5. Casey, who is that girl from American Ninja Warrior.
Oh, right, yes.
So she is signed. Rhea Ripley, but she is signed.
Man.
I'm calling Gino out. Gino was like, I remember her from the Mae Young. She's got it.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. But
she's
you know
tall.
what? She's
you know
tall,
what?
she's pretty, and she's blonde. So, like, let's give her a championship.
Yep, exactly.
I don't think she's bad. I think
she's young, too. That's part of it. Like, seeing her last year, she was, 19? Like, she's just a young wrestler. Maybe she'll be good this year. Maybe that year.
She wasn't terrible last year.
No, it was just like...
There was nobody that was terrible at the Mae Young Classic last year.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And then the last person is Jessica Elban. She is an NXT signee. She was like a big volleyball person. She's like a homegrown talent. I don't really know anything about her. I think she's a homegrown talent. I don't know. She was literally just on the list. And I was like, I'm so excited about some of these names. And then here's Jessica. So there's 10 announcements. I can't recall off the top of my head how many there were last time. But we're getting there. And tapings are soon because they're in August.
Yep.
So
coming up.
God, I want Nicole to win. I know that's like ridiculous and she's not going to win, but like I just want everything for her because I love her so much.
I mean, I would be happy with her going all the way to the finals and then not signing with WWE.
Like a Mercedes style.
Yeah.
Nicole is legitimately one of my favorite wrestlers.
She's so good.
She's so good. I got so excited. And the way that she announced it was such a like Nicole move. Like she just posted her picture with the like blue lights behind her, like the Mae Young thing, with her arms crossed with her little smirk, and it just said "sup." I was like, classic Nicole.
Yes.
I love her so much. I just love the Nicoles. Nicole Matthews, Nicole Savoy. I love them.
Do you think Nicole Savoy will be back this year?
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting who is back. Like Rhea, okay, that makes sense because she's a signee.
Yeah.
But Reina, I think that's how you say her name. I don't know, because I barely remember her.
Yeah.
She's not a signee, but is back. So I don't know.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. It will be interesting to see how they do this.
I'm excited to see this Casey American Ninja Warrior girl.
Yeah, I want to see what she can do.
I bet you she's pretty good. Like
she probably is. I mean, you have to be pretty fucking nimble to do that shit.
You gotta be crazy good at shit. So that's exciting. Yes, there's other news that happened. I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Those are the big one and the one that's important to us.
Yeah, exactly.
Totes Bells. I know you watched it, girl.
That's right, I did.
Because I made a tweet that was like, it's astonishing to me how much people talk about Sex and the City in the year 2018. And it's not just a Total Bellas thing. It is
Oh, no, I know.
It's so weird to me because, yes, that show was revolutionary in many ways. And it was like about female friendships and sex. And, you know, it was this cultural moment. But I feel like there's been enough op-eds that like, yeah, it was a cultural moment, but it's also horribly dated. And also like, is problematic in many ways. Why do we still aspire to be Samantha and Charlotte? Like, I don't get it. Why can't we have a cultural moment, acknowledge its importance, acknowledge why it was a big step, and then also be like, but it fell short in a lot of ways. Like, if anybody comes up to me and is like, you're totally a Miranda, I'll be like, I'm actually not.
Yeah.
I'm a real human who is not like any of these caricatures.
Yep.
I am white, though, so you did get that one.
Absolutely.
Which is a huge part of that show and why it is problematic.
Absolutely. 100%. And I think part of the reason that people cling to it is because, like, Girls was supposed to be the show that took its place, and Girls is also bad and problematic in many, many, many ways.
It did take its place in that way.
Yeah, that's true.
It really just followed. I only watched the first season. Nick watched the whole thing. He was very into it. Whatever.
Why?
Nick is strange. Nick loves like rom-coms and stuff. Like I come home all the time and Nick is, I swear to God, this is like his new favorite movie is watching The Intern with Anne Hathaway and fucking what's that? Robert De Niro? Yeah, like
Rob De Niro.
He also is like loves
Taxi Driver the first time the other day.
He loves Candice Bergen. Obviously everybody should, but he's like, she's like the queen of the rom-com. Like, okay, calm down, weirdo. Nick loves rom-coms.
That's so
Anyways,
funny.
but so he really liked Girls, and he would even be like, this show is bad. I cannot stop watching it. But it really did it was like younger, modern day millennial women, but also like literally fell into the same caricatures and tropes as
absolutely.
Sex and the City.
It's just that Sex and the City has more staying power, I guess. It's glitzier in a way than Girls.
Well, I think it also came out in a time where people were less critical of TV in that way, in that talking about like privilege and stuff.
Right. Mm-hmm. True. That's true. Anyway, Telemellas.
So they're having a Sex and the City in Paris bachelorette party, part 1. Let's talk about Mama Bella first.
Okay.
JJ is a shitbag in many ways.
Right.
But this episode was really sweet.
This was the most I've ever liked him. I thought this was a very good use of the two of them.
So, Too Long Didn't Read, the last time Mama Bella was in Paris was when the 2015, like, gunman attack was. And she was a mile away from the concert venue that it happened at.
Which is close.
It's close.
It's super fucking close.
And that was very traumatic for her, obviously. And she even said later in the episode, she goes, think about how traumatic that was for me. Like, I can't imagine the trauma of the people in there or around it or the people who actually live in the city. JJ took her to the cafe that was next to it. They shared a glass of wine with a stranger and they talked about it. And that stranger was like, no, this city is safe. Like, things happen, but we rebuild. And, like, you're always welcome here, which was really sweet. And then on top of that, he also had Mama Bella, like, face her fears of height and made her go. Yeah. He was, like, really pushing her, but also was like, I'm here with you. Here's some wine. I'm making jokes. Remember me? I'm your shitty son. Like, let's just laugh at how stupid I am.
Right.
It was like a real human moment for
I
JJ,
totally agree.
the shitbag brother.
Yeah, I totally agree. Absolutely. And I like, too, that I like that they brought them out there and were like, they're going to be on the bachelorette party. Like, and no, they're like, not.
This is fucking weird. We're not doing that.
We're not doing this. We'll go to dinner with you and then we're out. Like,
I love that all three of them came to that same conclusion. And, like, JJ and Mama Bella were like, look, Nicole, we love you, but this is fucking weird. And Nicole's like, oh my God, thank God it is weird.
Yeah. But I get it. Like, the total Bella's production crew flew them all out there. Like, she's the producer. Why wouldn't you fly your mom and your brother out there? Like, it's a great idea. And, like, they need footage for things. And, like, you need tangential storylines. Like,
and everybody loves Mama Bella.
Yeah, like, this was a great way to do that. And also, like, JJ has been a significantly smaller part of this season. And
Thank God.
Absolutely. And so I feel like this was another good way. Like, if you're going to start using him more in the future, like, it's good that they have an understanding.
Make him a character that we like.
Yeah, that he's not, like, I understand he's your brother and he's a shitbag and, like, that's the character
he's
playing.
Brother.
But, like, people also have to want to watch him. So I thought that this did a lot for, like, the narrative that they're telling with this show.
Also, a sidebar, as somebody, like, who is a burlesque dancer and has, like, a lot of really kinky friends and, like, dumb friends, I had a moment when I was like, y'all need to stop hitting each other with this, like, wooden plank.
I agree.
And not knowing how to hit, like, Lauren hit him pretty hard. And I was like, you guys, this is actually dangerous.
Yes.
This is actually dangerous. I need you all to stop.
Oh, it was so weird, especially JJ being like, it's not sexual. Like, it absolutely is.
It's a wooden paddle.
Yeah, don't do that. It's but frat boys do it. Yeah, it's still sexual. It's always
literally
sexual.
like meant to be like a emasculating thing. Like,
yeah, it's fucked up.
It's
not
fucking sexual and weird. Don't do that to your sister. Essentially, Nicole is like, I just want to have this classy, like, everybody loves Paris, ladies in Paris, which, like, is a trope and whatever, but, like, she seemed happy to be in Paris and whatever. And Paris is beautiful.
Those, like, 3 days by herself,
right? Which is nice.
I really liked that, actually, and I liked later too that she was talking about, like, oh, John had this week off and he expected me to take the week off too. And, like, nope, I went to Paris by myself. Like, good, that's good. Yeah. You should be doing that stuff.
But she was trying to be, like, so classy and, like, above board. And Brie was like, "This is a bachelorette party. This is fucking boring.
Yeah,
get under that table and scare this waiter." I had to fast forward. I was like, "This is too much for my heart."
I walked out of the room. I was like, I cannot watch this. I hate this so much. Heart.
But I mean, she was right. Like, Nikki was, like, trying to get away with, like you don't have to, like, get strippers, but
yeah, and especially if you're the person who instigated the embarrassment of
literally
everyone else at your bachelorette party, like, you can't get away with that. Also, like, why is this bachelorette party, like, 8 days long? It's so fucking
you can't go to Paris for a day.
Well, yeah, I know that, but it's weird to be like, oh yeah, we've got 4 days of activities planned. Like, no wonder they're fucking tired. I would be tired too, yeah.
But also, Nicole is getting sad because she doesn't want to marry John. This bachelorette party is really driving that home.
Yeah,
Also, masquerade does not mean Eyes Wide Shut.
I was like, what?
That poor French lady, she was like, idiots.
Yeah.
Eyes wide shut. You know, masquerade, eyes wide shut.
Yeah. Like, no. And I know that this is like manufactured by the production crew. Like, oh, we called the wrong shop. Like, okay, whatever. And like, you show us the preview of next week where everyone's wearing gowns and masks. So like, I know it works out.
Right, but it was so funny. Yeah. Especially Brie with her toothbrush and her poor, Lauren being like, I think you need to spit that out.
Yeah.
Leaving. So, yeah. Right. I need to finish brushing my teeth.
This has also made I really like Lauren. I've like come around on her a lot. Like, I mean, you have to be kind of an idiot to be married and procreate with JJ, and so I feel like this has like brought me around on her. Like, okay, you're a problem solver. Clearly, you want a project and you have one.
Also, and I'm not saying this like that she's like ugly when she's not pregnant. Obviously, she's very beautiful, but she's one of those people that like really like lights up when she's pregnant.
She glows,
she looks really pretty this season. Mm-hmm. Not that means anything, but it's just something I noticed.
Like, you can just see how good her hair is. Yeah. Like, you can tell she's pregnant because
her
hair looks fucking beautiful.
Don't worry, it's all gonna fall out when she has that baby.
Oh, God. Is that what happens?
Yeah, clumps of hair fall out a lot.
Great.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Your body betrays you.
My body betrayed me enough. I don't need to sign on to that voluntarily anytime soon.
Living in the constant betrayal of my body. Let's talk about Lucha Underground. We're talking about it from last week because it's 3 p.m. Well, it's 4 now, but still.
Whatever.
Bong. Bye, Castro Cortez.
Yeah, I guess. Are these people actually dead?
They've gotta be. They've been sacrificed to God.
Man.
What other sacrifice is like not murder?
Yeah, that's true. Well, we haven't seen any of them dead. Like, Masquerade's dead. Like, that. Yes. That's different than
unless that was like a weird like rabbit tribe illusion, because Masquerade just stood there and he was like, okay,
yeah, true. But there was also another person in the like tree root cage who is definitely the same person. So I feel like that actor is still there. That luchador is still there. He's just gonna be playing a different character.
Is that who's in the cage? I couldn't figure out.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. He sounded very similar, and it was a little person, so I'm assuming it was him, because people have played multiple characters before, so that's why I assume it.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
I know, I'm just saying, like, that there is death that is different.
But of course, like, Dago was, quote, dead, but
exactly,
he's alive now.
Yeah, and so, like, unless you see someone get killed, I don't know that they're actually dead. Okay. Masquerade is definitely dead, and are the people who are sacrificed.
I think Jesse and Cortez are dead, because Jesse, it seems like something like, or Mr. Spectacular, like, a quick pop, Mr. Spectacular, everyone's excited, he's gone. That seems very Jesse Goddard's to just be like, I don't want to sign a contract right now.
Yeah, true.
Because I'm on Big Brother and doing weird shit. And then Cortez Castro, like, what else is left for his character to do?
That's true. He's already remasked and then been unmasked too. So I feel like,
and everyone in the temple knows he's a cop now. Like, what else is there for him to do?
Yeah, that's true.
So I wouldn't be surprised if these people are actually dead.
Okay.
But who fucking knows?
Who the fuck knows?
First match was Joey Ryan versus Ivelisse for a medallion.
Were all of them for medallions this week, right?
Yep. Yeah. I thought this was fun. Like, Joey does his traditional messing around. Ivelisse slaps the shit out of him. He slaps her back. Like, it's a very classic intergender match featuring Joey Ryan. But we didn't get any of the dick spots. And I think we haven't had any Joey Ryan dick spots in the temple, if I'm not mistaken.
There was one when he first premiered during the Aztec
I don't know. I feel like this Joey Ryan is like more situated in reality, which is weird. Like, maybe he's the sleazy cop, like lollipop lover, but like I don't. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please do, people, because everything blurs together.
Yeah.
But I think Joey Ryan is more of a realistic character and not like a dick wizard in this show. I mean, he's a dick wizard.
He is a dick wizard. You're not wrong. It's just a funny way to describe a person.
This is the first time we've seen Ivelisse back in a while, and she kicked ass.
Yeah, she looked really good.
And Ivelisse is problematic, but whatever. Like, she kicked ass. Like, her sling blades into a step up enziguri. She schooled him. Like, she made him look like an idiot.
Yeah, and that's when that is when Joey Ryan is the best. That's why he's so good, is because he can do this kind of stuff and like really make the people he's fighting look very good.
She went with a sunset flip powerbomb. Like, that's
so
dope.
Cool. It looks so cool.
She is problematic in many ways, but she is a fucking good wrestler, and her character in Lucha Underground is important.
Yeah.
And it was nice to see Ivelisse the character
succeed.
Because especially
from the
right.
problematic reality. Yeah,
well,
no, I totally
especially
agree.
Since we've lost Sexy Star, which was like
Yeah.
Lucha Underground has done a really good job with intergender wrestling and promoting their female talent, but like we lost Sexy Star, which absolutely we should have.
Yeah.
There's Cobra Moon, which they're pushing, and Taya, who they're pushing, Ivelisse, Katrina, and Mariposa and Melissa.
Yeah, Melissa.
But that's it, right?
Yeah, I think that might be it.
So like,
which is like a decent women's division.
It's 6, but Melissa doesn't wrestle on Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
Katrina doesn't really wrestle on Lucha Underground. So it's really only...
And Cobra Moon doesn't wrestle all that often either.
So she did this week.
Yeah, true.
Or last week. She did last week.
Right,
and, you know, I think Thunder Rosa has gotten pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I really enjoyed seeing her at the Rise tapings. Like,
right.
Her wrestling has drastically improved in this time. And it's like we said before, you're on TV, you get bookings, you get to wrestle more, you get better. Like, you could just see that happening.
And they used their women well, but, like, they really took a hit with Sexy Star leaving. And she was going to leave anyways, regardless of her, like, shitty behavior. But, like, you know, they took a hit. Yeah. And we know that Chelsea Green comes later, so they have other women. But, like, right now, it is nice to see them use Ivelisse, the character, the female, in this capacity. And how she got involved with Sami Callihan the other week, or Solomon Crowe, or Jeremiah Crane.
Yeah.
Whatever. It took me a second. So,
like a grandmother trying to remember her grandchild's name.
My shitty grandchild. The second match was a trios championship 3-way, so all 3 of the trios champions were fighting for a medallion, but hold on a minute. Antonio threw a little wrench in there because there are 2 medallions on the line. Essentially, whoever didn't get pinned gets a medallion, which is smart and really compelling.
like it.
I mean, you would think that would be the Mac and Kill shot because
Son of Havoc, they were actually the team.
Yeah,
right?
They were actually a team, and Son of Havoc just got shoehorned in because I don't know why.
Literally unclear.
Was Dante Fox just hurt during this?
I don't know. I'm not sure if he's hurt. I'm not sure if he was like, I don't want to come back. I don't know.
But he was tweeting about it, so like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I hope, because I love AR Fox, that it's a storyline.
Yeah.
Because I want to see him, especially since like him and Killshot had one of the best Lucha Underground matches, full stop, period.
Yeah.
But I thought Matt Stryker had a good line. Sometimes he does. Maybe this was a Vampiro line. I don't know. But essentially they were talking about Havoc, and one of them said, you know, Killshot's thinking like, you're a soldier, but you're not in my army. Like, I respect you as a competitor, but these are my people, and you are just here. But last time they fought, Killshot pinned Mac and eliminated Mac from Aztec Warfare. So it was kind of touch and go. And then Mac had the opportunity to pin either of them. Like, it came down to a bunch of finishers, some stunners here, all of that stuff. Who's Mac going to pin? He kind of did a double take, and he pinned Killshot.
Yeah, I really liked that. I thought that was a really good way to end that. I thought it was a really good choice. It's interesting because then it gives Killshot something to do with the Mac, and I like both of them. And if we're not going to see Dante, I want to see those 2 wrestling.
Also, Havoc is such a good baby face that, like, having him be like, yeah, we won, we're friends. Hey, what are you doing, Killshot? Why are you mad? Like, Havoc is a good baby face in the temple, and if Mac had pinned him, that may have been, like, they're never going to turn Mac into a heel, so it would have been, like, a weird moment. But, like, Killshot has always walked on that line of heel, face type deal, so, like, it made sense all around to have him be the one that got pinned. And it was just, like, good storytelling.
Yep, I agree.
Mil Muertes and Katrina versus Cage.
In a red dress,
Katrina
looking alive.
In red. Poor Melissa. She seems so sad. She's sitting there like she introduced Mil Muertes. Killed my boyfriend. Commentary really putting Katrina over. They were all like, whoa, this is so weird. Like, why is she in red? What's going on? Like, she looks like she's got this healthy glow. Like, they did a really good job with this. Like, in context of the show, they don't know what's happened. They don't know, like, so.
It's weird to, like, have that juxtaposition of, like, oh, we do actually have a lot more information than the people in this moment do.
So that, I thought they did a really good job with that.
Commentary, doing a good thing for one episode.
You know, at the beginning of Lucha Underground, they did great, and then it just evolved into madness.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Now the Vampiro has hair, they can be good again.
Right. I loved the beginning of this match because it really just showed how these big men are good wrestlers. Like, they're good luchadors. Like, they can do hurricanranas. They can fly. They can do this weird shit that, like, their bodies shouldn't be able to do. I thought that showcased them really well and showcased them as, like, equal competitors. I also really appreciated the moment. Cage at one point, like, grabbed Katrina, like, by the neck and was, like, did this moment. But it made me think, like, Katrina has been fucked with a lot. But part of the reason, like, Katrina is so good is because, like, Cage, this big monster, grabbed her and not a flicker of fear on her face. She just, like, stands up and is like, I fucking dare you.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason why her character works, and part of the reason why intergender and stuff works in the temple is because when Taya faces Cage, or when Cage grabs Katrina, there's not a fear factor there.
Yeah.
It's like these people who are competitors who are, I want to say equals, but like who are there for the same reasons.
They have equal energies that they put out into it. Yeah.
Because obviously Katrina is not Cage's equal because he is beneath her. But they have that, like, they're in the temple for a reason. They're not, you know. So I feel like, I mean, that's a argument against intergender wrestling is that it's fucking fake. Yeah, a woman can fight a man.
Yeah.
And Daniel Bryan can fight Batista. And, like, it is believable. It's fake, everybody. Like,
get over it.
Get over it. But also, like, the energy that you bring to the ring, like, I've chosen to be here. I mean, agency in everything is key, right? Like,
exactly.
Also, it's just so badass to see Katrina, like, sure.
Yeah, that's true. Anytime that she's unfazed, it's always like, God, you're a bad bitch.
She's such
so
a bad
awesome.
Bitch. There are a lot of refs knocking out. Look, Lucha Underground only has 3 refs, and all of them got the shit beat out of them.
I love this. It was like a clown car. Refs getting the shit beat out of them. It's great.
It was, usually I hate that trope, but because, like, a ref would get knocked out and then another one would come in and, like, they were actually, like, they both were one-upping each other. Like, they actually both pinned each other and, like, I don't know why, but it worked in this match in a way that it usually doesn't because it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I like part of it. I think that it worked because they're both big bruisers who, like, yeah, we got one over on each other, and I'm so frustrated with this pipsqueak little fucking ref. I'm just gonna beat the shit out of him.
Well, also because, like, we know in a show like WWE, there's, like, people backstage, and, like, it's part of the atmosphere of the show that it is run like a show, and, like, Vince is in charge, and there's a truck, and there's all this stuff. There's other people watching. But in Lucha, it's a fight.
Right.
And there are only 3 refs, and but there's no one else there, right? Like, that's it is a temple where people come to fight, and Antonio's there, and the refs are there, and commentary's there, but no one else is there.
Right.
Like, that's the idea. So, like, the chaos almost works better.
Yeah.
In that.
That's a good point.
Mill won.
Yeah.
After a flatliner. Mill kind of motions to Katrina, like, come on, Katrina, do the thing, do the look of death. Come on, Katrina. And Katrina's like, nah, bitch.
Yeah.
And he's, like, confused. And, like, we've seen Mill get a little bit more possessive at, like, the end of last season. And then this season, like, being more like, no, Katrina's mine. I am Katrina's. We are this thing.
Right.
And her pulling away from him. And now that she's alive and he asked her to do the look of death. And she refused and then licked her fingers and pointed at him, which is like, you next, bitch. I don't need you anymore.
Also, like, does Mill know? Does he understand that she's alive? Or is that...
I don't think he does.
Okay.
Because he's kind of a puppet.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't really have, like, any kind of autonomy, like, in any way other than her. Does she still have the rock?
Yeah, she had it walking out. Because she still can control him. Like,
yeah.
You have to believe even though she is alive, she's still a magical being. Her mom is this, like, immortal.
Right. Can she still magic, like, in and out of the temple? Or is that not clear now that she's alive
I think
yet?
that's not clear.
Okay, all right.
Because there was that thing that Antonio said where he was like, if you get your life back, are you going to pop in and out of this office? And she was like, no.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that she can't.
That she can't, just that she won't.
So.
Yeah. I have a lot of questions about Katrina.
I like it. About Katrina too. So she leaves, Mill leaves, and then Penta comes out, and oh no, this is what happened. Mill won because Penta was in the audience.
Oh,
and
that's
took
right.
His
He had
mask off.
the double mask on. That's right.
So Cage and Mill got into the audience a bunch, but then Penta was there while Cage was standing, and Penta took his mask and his sweater off, and then fucked with Cage, who then got flatlined for the final time.
Yeah.
But then so Cage is in the middle of the ring, and he's like pissed, and the only reason he wanted this medallion was that so he could eventually get the gift of the gods and face Pentagon. And Pentagon cuts a promo. He's like, look, You want to fight me? I'm not fucking afraid of you. I'll fight you next week. I'll fight you for the belt next week.
Peace.
Sorry you lost, you little bitch. Bye. That was a cool moment.
I like it.
He just like took his mask off to reveal another mask.
Mm-hmm. It's like the Sting mask. It's excellent. I love it.
It's a really effective, like almost comedic thing, but also like very effective.
Yeah, it feels very shocking.
And also like Mill and Cage were going toe to toe the entire time, and like for Mill to win, for anyone to win in that match, to have like interference, like made sense.
Yeah. And I like too that like normally you would think like the person who wins the match gets a title opportunity, but like it is interesting that Cage is like, yeah, I just get this opportunity now.
Right.
Like, yeah, Cage has built himself up over the body of his work in lucha that like, yeah, this makes sense.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can this furniture get any smaller? I love that Paul London was like, can this furniture get any smaller? And then one of the other ones was like, I like it. I think it's comfortable, while he was like sitting on another person on a tiny chair. And Paul London was like, okay, yeah, sure, I accept this. So they're in their weird little Alice in Wonderland house.
The Rabbit Tribe is so bizarre. I don't know how I feel about them. Like, every time I'm entertained by them, but I'm also like, do you only exist as like story fodder? It's weird. I feel like we barely see them in the ring ever.
Yeah,
but they have this like really compelling, bizarre ass storyline.
But this is definitely the first time that it feels like there's momentum. Because
Yeah.
like for a while they'd be like, Masquerita, you're our like
it was like I'm finding him,
yeah,
and chasing
he
him
was like,
around.
what are you doing? I'm not this person. But then for Masquerita to show up and be like, are you ready now? And they're like, oh yeah, we knew you were the guy. We knew you were the Rabbit Tribe. So Masquerita takes them through the rabbit hole, if you will.
Yep.
And to a guy sitting on this weird throne, and lo and behold, it is fucking Killer Cross.
Yeah, right? He is having just a banger year.
I feel like that happens. Like that happened
Yeah.
to Joey. That happened to Chelsea Green. Like certain people just get it all at once.
Yeah.
But don't get it. They work hard for it. But
Right,
also
right.
it also
It
makes
kind of
sense.
clicks at the same time.
For sure. It also makes sense because Lucha and Impact have this partnership.
Right, exactly.
That would have worked out. But it was definitely like, hey, scary guy. All right. And he did a good job.
Yeah.
He was effective as this like maniacal, crazy, scary overlord. But essentially the Paul London was like, I will do anything you want. He was like, okay, so kill Masquerita Sagrada. And he was like, okay. So then you just get a shot of Paul London with a stick that Killer Cross gave him, just smashing Masquerita's head. And you can't see the smashing, but you see the blood
going everywhere, yeah.
going all over Paul London's white suit and his weird glasses, and just laughing and being all crazy, and Killer Cross being like in his throne, like, this is great.
Yep.
So.
All right. I'm excited.
Let's go Rabbit Tribe.
Right.
It definitely seems like things are ramping up in the temple too. Like the tribes are more like, we have the Rabbit Tribe and we have the Lizard Tribe and we have Worldwide Underground, who might as well be a modern day tribe. And then we have the Mil Muertes, like Death Tribe, and we have the cop who we haven't seen, Mom Cop. Then Katrina's got her life back. Like there's so much. It seems like, we've been on the brink of war for a while, and it definitely, Matanza's a full god now. Like we are creeping closer and closer to all out war, which is exciting.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Yes.
All right. That was Lucha Underground.
Yes.
Okay. So I wrote the Impact recap for Cage Side this week. So I'm just going to go through it really quick. If you want to know my detailed feelings, they're on paper.
Yeah. You can literally read them.
Read them. So open up with an LAX recap package, and then the OGs, which is what Hernandez, King, and Homicide are called.
Great.
The OGs. They came out of the clubhouse, so it's been established that they have taken over the clubhouse. We don't know where Conan and the tag champions are right now, but they essentially give they job out, like, or they don't job out. They beat these jobbers so quickly that Josh Matthews says, we didn't even get a chance to introduce you to their opponents.
Yeah.
Like, that's how quickly these people lost.
Great.
And then King cut a promo in calling Conan an old man and saying, like, the only reason that you have followers is because you got these young boys to follow you. Like, they don't know how manipulative you are, like how much you lie, how much you scheme. And then the OGs challenged LAX to a 51-50 street fight at Slammiversary.
All right.
Because when you come for the king, you best not miss.
Sure.
I will say, I don't like LAX for many reasons, but they have dealt with this storyline very well.
That's nice.
And the tag champs are very talented wrestlers, and I think that this will be a good match. Obviously, I hate Hernandez, and obviously, I hate Homicide, but I think it will be a good match, but it will definitely show that Santana and Ortiz are there for a reason, and that they can out-wrestle the old guard, essentially. Like, the OGs are going to... I think the OGs are going to show up and get, like, schooled, and that's what I want to happen.
Nice.
Because fuck Conan, but, like, Santana and Ortiz, like, deserve what they have, and I want them to school Homicide and Hernandez.
Yeah.
That's my goal. Guess who premiered on Impact this week?
Motherfucking
Shotzi Blackheart!
Ah, yes.
So, she gets introduced by cutting a promo backstage. And you know how Shotzi cuts her promos? They sound like B horror film scripts. Like,
right.
They're terrible, but...
They're supposed to be.
They're so good because, like, she's got this B horror film gimmick. Like, one of the commentary said, if you love pizza, monsters, and death-defying moves, you'll love Shotzi Blackheart.
Absolutely.
Which is absolutely true. Like, she got green hair, like the creature from the Black Lagoon, and she's got all this black gear, and she's got this very, like, 80s, 70s horror film gimmick, and her cutting those promos of, like, cheesy dialogue, and then, ow, 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 at the end, like, it's so good. And maybe it doesn't read for other people, but I love it.
I love her.
And
she's also, part of it is that she's different. It's nice
different
to see someone who looks fucking different.
And commits to it.
Yes, absolutely.
And on top of that, she had a really good match with Allie. Like, it wasn't... Because sometimes when you get new talent introduced in other promotions, I guess maybe not that much in Impact, like, they just kind of get like, oh, here's this promotion, then they get jobbed out, or they have a jobber, and it's like, oh, cool. But this was a match against Allie, who's one of their top people, and it was a good match. Allie obviously won with, like, a code breaker, because that's her thing, but Shotzi looked really good, and she got to show some of her unique offense, like when she has their opponent on face down, and then she does the back bend over them, but also then just, like, flops on them and like hits them with her back. She has unique moves. She's got a unique look. She cuts a unique promo. She's a unique character, and I hope that she is on Impact more, and it wasn't just like, hey, you're part of Rise, so, like, come do this. Like, I hope she gets to be on Impact more. Allie wins. Tessa beats her up.
Obviously.
And while Tessa's beating her up, says, I told you messed up! And then hit her with, like, a hammerlock DDT. And then later, Tessa gave a backstage interview where she was like, since I got to Impact, my main focus has been the Impact Championship. But you know what? Some people got in my way. Allie always wants to do the right thing. Well, I'm going to show Allie that doing the right thing was the wrong thing.
Undeniable.
Tessa forever. I love her so much.
Diamonds don't break.
Also, we got confirmation that Allie versus Tessa is happening at Slammiversary, which is this Sunday. So there's officially 2 women's matches on Slammiversary.
All right.
So that is a positive thing. There's some weird stuff with Grado and Katarina and this Scottish dude and Eli Drake. Essentially, Eli Drake was like, hey, Katrina, why are you with Grado? It doesn't make any sense.
I mean.
And then Eli and Grado had a match. Grado busted out some fancy moves. But Eli obviously won, and then Eli tried to, like, kind of get with Katrina, and the Scottish guy, he has a name, the prestigious something or other, kind of got in, and Eli did, like, oh, I get it. You two are dating. I'll step off, man. Like, cool, I respect. And they were like, no, that's not what's happening. And then commentary was like, yeah, that's probably definitely what's happening. So it's like a weird, dumb love story with, like, Grado as the butt of the joke, which was, like, kind of lame, but.
I mean, that's Grado.
That's Grado. That's how you said it, just so you know.
Well,
that's great. There was a video package with, like, it looked like the introduction to a James Bond video, and it was teasing a new knockout. I don't read spoilers, so I don't know who it is, but it literally looked like the beginning of a James Bond film with, like, silhouettes of, like, lady bodies and, like, weird music and, like, in water and stuff. It was weird. So I have no idea who that will be. So I'm interested to see who that person is.
Yeah.
No spoilers. I don't read. I know that it's out there. I get it. Yeah. Impact is taped. Leave me alone. Austin Aries, like, gave a promo that was like, I'm the only man that can call myself Mr. Impact. You know.
Sure. Whatever.
Blah, blah, blah. D'Angelo came out. He was like an NFL player and was friends with Moose. But instead of Moose coming out, because Moose is in, quote, the Batcave training, D'Angelo came out and was like, yeah, I'm just here to represent Moose. And, you know, I just think that guy who's holding the belt is trash. He literally called Austin Aries trash, which is funny. And he called him a crybaby. But then Austin Aries came out and decimated D'Angelo. He was like, I'm sorry that you had to forever retire because nobody wanted you. Which was like, oh, yeah, that's what happened, right? I think so. I don't know dick about football, but yeah, that's ouch.
Yeah.
And then Austin Aries hit him with some chairs and stuff.
I mean, classic, classic trash can man.
Classic trash. KM and Falaba are teaming up again against the Desi Hit Squad.
I don't care.
Whatever. KM had a funny line, though, where he was like, hey, new fish. We were talking. Which is a hilarious thing to call a new person. Like, hey, new fish. I don't know why. That made me laugh a lot. And
Did
I was
he
like,
put his hand out like that, too?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Hey, new fish. We're busy.
What a great insult.
It was so funny to me. Matt Sydal, a backstage interview where he said, some might say that I'm matched. Some might say that I'm outmatched against Cage. But you know what? Those people, they have a closed third eye. That's his whole thing now, is like, Cage is physically strong, but he's like spiritually really strong.
Okay.
Whatevs. The main event was this 3-on-3 with Rich Swann, Phoenix, and Pentagon versus OVE. Yes, there are a lot of troubled and problematic people in this, but I watch Impact every week. And I had to cover it for this week, so I actually had to watch this match. I couldn't fast forward. And it was an incredible match.
Oh, wow.
It was a really good match.
All right.
It was a tornado DDT, so it was a tornado tag, so literally everyone was just like doing whatever they wanted. And it was really, in the way that Rich Swann and Phoenix was a fucking mess, this was really good. And there was this like epic cutter, like coast to coast cutter from like Rich Swann in one corner and Jake Chris in the other, and like Rich Swann was jumping to do something and Jake Chris like jumped and like did a cutter on him.
That's cool.
And it was cool. And I don't know, this match was really effective. And it was also really effective at setting up Penta and Callahan for Sunday. Because like, I feel like WWE gets in this trap of just showing us the match that they're going to show us over and over. Whereas this was a more interesting way to show us the match that we were going to get. And also there was a lot of Phoenix in it, and we all know that I love Phoenix.
That's true.
So yes, there are problematic people in it, but it was still a really good match. I don't know what you want from me. I watch Impact. Just leave me alone. The big thing that happened, Madison Rayne was giving an interview with Alicia in like a backstage video segment, saying the same thing over, like, I didn't come back to Impact to wrestle, but blah, blah, blah. But then there's like this creepy noise in the hallway. It's like,
all right.
Like sounds like creepy, scary lady. So Madison's like, Alicia, like, I'll be right back. I just need to check on something. So she looks in the hallway and can't find her and looks around. She comes back and Alicia's gone, but there's like a bloodied, like writing on the wall. And it just said, like, your time has come, or something creepy written out. And then she, like, sees a bridal gown, like, kind of skirting away. So she follows it into a bathroom, and then she gets locked in the bathroom, and, like, lights flicker, and she's like, ah. And then there's a break. But then we come back to it, and she gets out of the bathroom, but she, like, hears some more voices, so goes outside. So now she's, like, outside.
That's how you get murdered in a horror film.
In the woods. And then she's like, all these bridesmaids start like coming out.
Fool.
And they're all saying, your time has come. Your time has come.
Creepy.
Your time has come. Your time has come. And they literally circle around her.
Cool.
And they're like slowly like enclosing in on her like a zombie film. Like,
cool.
But all saying like, your time has come. Your time has come. And she is freaking out and screaming, obviously, and then she puts her hands up, closes her eyes, screaming, and she like opens her eyes, and they're all gone. She's looking around, it's really scary, but then you just hear Sue scream and like grab at her, so grab at the camera, and then her scream, and it goes black.
Ooh.
So is Madison Rayne even gonna make it to Slammiversary? It was good.
Cool.
The women's segments were fucking good this week.
Cool. Awesome.
Good matches, good promos, like good setup, 2 good women's setups for Slammiversary. I'm excited that there's 2 women's matches. Like, that is exciting.
Awesome.
I'm very excited about that.
Yay.
What do you want to talk about in NXT? I liked Candice getting in Shayna's face.
Yeah, I thought that was nice. It's a nice moment for both of them. It made both of them look good. It set up for their match. I'm like, we've seen them wrestle in the Mae Young before, and I'm excited to see them be able to
because,
work outside of that.
Candice is definitely going to get like the number one contender, right?
She's got it, yeah, for sure. I feel like she absolutely has to. I hope she gets a belt and it's like, whatever, husband, do your own thing. I'm busy being better over here.
Busy doing whatever. Well, he's being like a fucking weirdo, like stalking Aleister Black and be like, Tommaso Ciampa can't win the NXT championship. And Aleister Black's like, yeah. You're fucking...
Get out of here, you sweaty little weirdo.
Get out of here. But then, of course, he got beat up by Tommaso Ciampa.
I love that when Tommaso attacked him, he accidentally knocked over a metal pole and hit himself in the head with it and just unfazed was like, I'm going to pretend like this didn't happen.
That's just like an Extreme Rules when Mickie James accidentally hit Alexa Bliss with a kendo stick.
I knew that I saw that. I was
yeah.
like, she definitely cracked
it definitely happened. It for sure happened.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I guess Dakota and Lacey are going to wrestle.
I hate Lacey.
I fucking hate Lacey Evans.
I hate Lacey.
I've made excuses for her and been like, she's pretty good in the ring and this and the other thing, but like...
her character sucks.
I fucking hate her.
I don't understand how on TV she plays this like, I'm a lady. And then she posts that weird video about like, you gotta walk a mile in my socks, I'm sitting here in my rocker chair, I'm soaking wet. Like, what is happening?
It's dirty...
Are you a swamp queen? Are you like... do you actually think you're... It's so unclear what her character actually is. And it is... irritating. At least she doesn't feel like a white supremacist anymore.
I don't know. I don't like it at all.
It's very bizarre.
It. Full stop. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I like Dakota in that segment.
You know who I weirdly am starting to really like? Vanessa Bourne.
Her match with
this match was good.
I really enjoyed it.
The week before, she had a good promo. Mm-hmm. She's making valid points.
Yeah, making lots of valid points.
I also liked how Kyrie run this. I like how she won with the submission, the like crab, like that. I don't know if
it
that's
looked really
new
good
for Kyrie, but it's new for Kyrie in NXT, and I like that.
This felt like the first time they've let Kyrie actually let go in a long time.
Which is part of the reason this match was good. And Vanessa Bourne stepped up, and it was like an entertaining match.
And I thought it was smart in the way that they built it with her making valid points of what does she really do? This is boring. And then you get to see her like, oh, okay, that's right. She is actually very good at this.
Right.
If we let her do anything, she's very good at this.
So a good night to be a part of the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole beat Danny Burch. Lots of super kicks and stuff.
That wasn't for the belt, though. It was just an exposition
it was just nonsense.
match.
No, I think it was for the belt.
No, they made sure to say at the beginning it was not a non-title match. Which, what are they doing with this belt? It's just like, it just lives on him now? I like don't understand. Like, who's the number one contender?
It's a part
Where
of
the fuck
him.
is EC3? Why isn't he fighting for the North American belt? Like, I understand.
I guess we'll see. They have to defend it at SummerSlam, right? Because they didn't defend it last time.
Yeah, they have to. Like, why make this belt if you're gonna do literally nothing with it? It's very strange. I was so hyped for this belt, but we're not seeing...
I was hyped for it because I wanted EC3 to have it.
Yeah, but like, we also were like, oh, Adam Cole will have great matches with people for this, but like, he's not even defending it. Every time the announcers yelled, Danny Burch! I literally thought they were going, Danny Burch! All I could hear the whole time. I don't know what it is about Danny Burch. He's a fine wrestler, but I just don't give a shit about him.
I guess the thing that's like the main thing about NXT this week is that Mustache Mountain lost their titles.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I knew before I watched the episode that happened because I had it spoiled for me. So I knew how it ended. And so it was weird to watch the whole match, like, anticipating that he was going to throw the towel in. But it was a great match. Like, they did a really good job. It accomplished exactly what they wanted. It made Trent Seven look fucking strong as hell.
I mean, they have consistently had amazing matches.
Yeah. It makes me sad that they were such short champions. Like, I really wanted them to hold those belts for a minute, but if you're not going to use them, take the belt off of them. Like, I get it. And they want Undisputed Era to look super strong. And we got to see Bobby Fish at the end.
Bobby Fish!
Bobby Fish! Oh, so handsome.
Let's talk about Extreme Rules. Kickoff show. Did you watch it?
What was on the kickoff show?
Andrade Cien Almas versus Sin Cara.
I missed that one. I did see
Sin Cara took a rough bump.
Oh, great.
But he got up right away. But I was like, yeah. No, thank you.
Ugh, yikes. I mean...
Andrade won.
I know.
Obviously.
I mean, he obviously went on to fight AJ Styles. It's exciting that he got to fight AJ.
Yeah,
like,
that was really exciting.
That's a big step up for him.
And exciting that it kind of got made in a backstage segment with Zelina and AJ. Like, that is good for her, too.
Absolutely. It makes her look great.
And it was a good match, and he put on a good fight and really showcased to the WWE universe that he, like, belongs there. And I think that was a good moment, especially since he showed up. People were so excited, and then they put him in this feud with Sin Cara, and then Sin Cara got hurt, but they were like so weirdly committed to that fight.
Yeah, for some reason.
So he was like not doing dick.
Shit, yeah.
But now he has that match with AJ under his belt, which was, cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it.
Sanity versus the New Day. Tables match.
I watched part of this. I saw, I think, like the last half of it. I enjoyed what I saw of it.
Yeah, this was fun.
It's a tables match.
It's a tables match on a pre-show.
Yeah.
So, like, there was a lot that I wanted from this match that I didn't get, but in what they had the time to give me, I guess I had fun. And then I really enjoyed the Kofi versus EY match on SmackDown.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That was really good. And I like this feud because they're, like, evil agents of chaos and then, like, kind of good agents of chaos.
Yeah, absolutely. They're very well matched.
New Day with their weird pancakes and their cereal, and like they're absolutely agents of chaos.
Yeah, 1000%.
It's just like, bad versus good.
Chaotic good, chaotic evil. They need to find a neutral chaos force to sit in the middle, I guess.
The tag champs. Ian Belts is the neutral. Get it?
Sure.
Just like there's good and then there's the neutral. I don't know. I haven't played D&D in like 10 years.
It has definitely not been that long because you played while we lived together.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been since like 2010.
All right, well, that's not 10 years.
Rounding up, it is.
You can round up from 6 and it's 10.
Yeah. But it's more than 6. The B team defeated the Woken Warriors or the Deleters of Worlds or whatever the fuck.
I enjoyed this match. I liked it. I like that Bray dropped his belt to his brother. Like, I really enjoyed that.
I just have the genuine excitement of the B team.
Me too.
I like that that's part of their characters, is this them being like, ah!
Yes, like that they also feel like chaos in a way. Maybe they're neutral chaos.
Well, they're the fucking tag champs, but on a different show.
Yeah, exactly.
So, our analogy doesn't quite work.
I mean, spread throughout the company. There's chaos to go all around.
Chaos to go all around.
I really like that. Also, I thought it was very bizarre that they chose to do that segment with Roman where they were like super excited and he was just like mean mugging them the whole time. Like, everyone likes them.
He smiled when they left, though.
No, he smiled when they left because, like, fuck these guys. It was clearly like, I don't want to interact with these fucking schlubs, but like, everyone loves the schlubs.
We love the schlubs.
I'm happy for them. I think that they deserve it. They
also,
worked their asses
hilarious
off.
that the Ascension jobbed out to them. With the Revival watching, with a promo from the Deleters of the Worlds after, they're clearly trying to fix their fucking tag division.
They desperately need to.
And, Raw, and AOP and Titus Worldwide weirdly had a match later. So they're clearly being like, oh shit, we forgot the tags like we do at least once a year.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's try and fix it, I guess.
To throw them all in there together. The singles wrestlers are all kind of damaged from having to do all these fucking matches. Throw the tags out there.
I don't know. But I am happy with the B team.
Yes.
Finn Balor defeated Constable Baron Corbin.
This is fine. It was a fine match, yeah.
This match was mostly just about Finn's dick.
I mean, what's not?
Silver Finn.
Right? He came out and I was like, oh, so if he wins, he gets a heart from the wizard.
Gets a bigger dick from the wizard.
He needs as many pulsating organs
and
as he
won
can
with a small package, setting up all the jokes for the internet.
I do love a small package. It's my favorite pinning combination, or like pinning move. So,
wow,
I was happy that he used it.
Finn doesn't have a small package. Jokes. I did really enjoy watching him in that match with Drew and Roman, because like I guess he should be a main eventer, but also I really enjoyed his like in-ring chemistry with Drew.
Mm-hmm. I was surprised. Like, I really thought that it would be like that they would not be well matched, and I was really surprised by how well they moved together. I like it.
I enjoyed it.
Finn is a small dude, and that's a thing that's said about him is like, how can he compete with these main event guys like McIntyre? And like, he clearly can, and McIntyre can clearly compete with people who are smaller than him, which is necessary for someone who's a champion. You have to be able to do that. You need to be well rounded. So it looked good for both of them for sure.
And then Constable Baron Corbin just got fucking his phone stolen by the worst GM in the world. Baron Corbin was making a lot of good points, and he was like, Ronda needs to be punished, Kurt.
Yeah.
Hello. Also, you need to be punished because you stole my fucking phone, you dick. God, what are you doing, Kurt?
Corbin just grows on me more and more every single week.
I love
crushing it.
I love when heels are right.
Yeah, I do too.
Which is weird because I should hate that maybe.
Yeah, I feel like indicative of this frustrating storytelling that WWE does every single week, that often their heels are right.
Yeah. SmackDown Women's Championship. Carmella and Asuka, not Ellsworth.
Outside of the fact that it was Asuka, I thought that it was an innovative use of the shark cage and having a
Except for that you could see all of the, like...
I know, you could...
The bells and whistles. You could see the thing that was holding him on. You knew something was going to happen because they weirdly just, like, put all of these fucking bandanas on him. You could see his weird turtle vest.
Yeah, and, like, the ring was all...
Stunt vest?
His, like, body harness. The cage was only, like...
So low!
It was only, like, 6 feet off the ground. It should have been
much
much higher.
Joke.
But I feel like the idea itself... was fine. I understand why they did it. I think it was a smart way to knock Asuka out. But also, like, this is a horrific use of Asuka. It makes no fucking sense why they are just so committed to doing this. Like, what is the end game here? Like, please fucking release her to do anything else. Like, let her fight literally anyone else in the division. Like, I like that Carmella is a shitty heel, and, like, she's a great shit heel. Like, she's very good at it. She, like, the fact that she's kind of a shitty wrestler is, like, a point towards the fact that she's a very good heel in this role. But also, like, why are we making Asuka job out over and over and over and over and over? Like, I'm just sick of it. Is she gonna get her comeuppance? Is she gonna get to?
I don't think so, because
I don't think she is either, and so it makes it even
next
more.
week it's Becky versus Carmella, and if Becky wins, then it's gonna be Carmella and Becky at SummerSlam, which that makes me really excited because I thought Mandy and Becky had a really good match. Mm-hmm. Becky gave a great promo in which the entire fucking crowd was like so over on her. Like, they are so over on her. Give her, like, you need to differentiate your women's champions right now.
Yeah.
I prefer Carmella to Alexa, but they're not going to let Alexa drop. And when she does drop, it's going to be fucking Ronda Rousey, who's like, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
She's not going to be able to bring that gravitas or, like, talk or whatever, regardless of your opinions about her. It's not going to be the same as, like, having someone like Becky be a good babyface champion.
Right, yeah.
And the crowd is so over on her and so ready for her and so primed for her. So that's exciting. But that also just means that, like, sorry, Asuka, see you later.
Yeah, and, like, I'm okay with that if you want to move her into the, like, lower non-championship picture. That's fine. Like, I think when Charlotte comes back, it would be fun to watch them wrestle again. Like, they put on a great match, and watching them not do it for a championship would be interesting because they could do other things. Like, I'm interested in that. But also, like, I just wish that they would do anything else with her. Like, it's insulting to be like, here's Ellsworth. Just deal with it. Like, I don't want to. I'm sick of it. I don't want this storyline anymore. I want to see Asuka be a badass. Bring Nikki Cross up and have her fight her.
Yes, do
Nikki's
that.
Backstage at all of this shit too.
I know.
It really feels like she's moving up. Like,
I know.
It's a very weird choice to have her there and then not move her up.
I think it'll happen.
So maybe that's what they're waiting for. Like, Asuka and Nikki are, maybe they're trying to do the Sasha Bayley thing where it's proven that they can have very good matches, put the two of them together once Nikki comes up. Like, I can see something like that happening.
For sure. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy for the United States Championship, in which Shinsuke Nakamura won because he nutshotted Jeff Hardy, and then Randy Orton came out and also nutshotted Jeff Hardy.
He did not come out until after Shinsuke had already won the title.
Right. Shinsuke nutted Jeff Hardy before the bell, so he couldn't get DQ'd. Jeff Hardy said he could still fight. He got Kinshasa'd and beaten immediately.
6 seconds this match lasted.
And then Randy Orton came out, and Shinsuke was like, I don't know, are we going to fight? Because you hate people who are not white. But then he was like, nah, I'm going to nut this guy.
Absolutely. I actually loved all of this. I thought it was great.
It was weirdly my favorite match the whole night.
Me too! I really liked it! I was very happy Shinsuke finally has a fucking belt. I think it's hilarious
just
to
like
make
witch magic over.
I love that he is the United States champion, especially after all this time of pretending not to speak English. Like, I love hearing him say, God bless America for some reason. I think it's really fucking funny. Like, and if they're gonna make his heel character, like, obsessed with punching people in the nuts, like, this is a great use of that trope that he's now established for himself. Like, it does work, and that's why he does it. Like, I love it. I think it's great. And also, everyone had been building up to this match of Jeff Hardy and Shinsuke, and they were gonna have this match, and it was gonna be amazing, and blah, 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 blah. Like, what a great heel move to be like, doozy!
I feel like that's his thing. Everyone's like, oh, Shinsuke versus AJ, Shinsuke versus Jeff, nut shot!
I like it. If they're gonna continue with this as the way that they tell this character, I'm into it. Just commit to it. that's the thing, is it's like, they do all these stupid, weird gimmick grabs all the time and then don't commit to them, and so they're fucking boring and stupid and annoying. Now I'm in. I like this. They've committed to the nutshot in a way that I'm here for it for Shinsuke. He's such a good heel. They're letting him talk. They're letting him be good. He called Jeff Hardy a sad clown.
A sad clown who wears makeup to cry, he wears makeup to cover his tears. What a sad clown. Also, like, the Broken Universe doesn't work in this fucking company. Just stop.
Yeah.
Nakamura's not going to be obsolete.
Yeah.
I wanted it to work too, but it doesn't, so we should move on.
Yeah,
you should just be weird Jeff Hardy who yells, "Have a great show!" at the end of your promo with your weird makeup and clap and do your finger guns or whatever your fingers do. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
If they're not going to let Matt and Jeff write for themselves, stop trying. Like, it was good because they were in charge of their creative at Impact.
And they also had all those video packages to supplement stuff. You can't just be...
You can just be in a smoky room with Bray Wyatt. Like, it's not the same thing.
It's not. That fucking thing where Randy Orton put his finger through Jeff's ear was awful.
Disgusting. What a disgusting thing to do. No, I don't want to talk about it. It's disgusting.
Okay, we'll move on. Kevin Owens got thrown off the top of a cage by Braun Strowman.
This was super cool. I was surprised this wasn't the last match. Like, really surprised. I thought it was going to be Roman and Lashley or this one. And so I was surprised that this came, like, in the middle of the card, basically. The other thing about this pay-per-view is that the pacing and the booking was fucking weird. Like, we did, what, like 6 matches in, like, an hour, basically. They just flew through all of these. And granted, one of them was only 6 seconds long. But also, like, one of them was a championship match, and the women's championship match, and it was, like, 5 minutes long. And so it felt weird to, like, crush all of these. It felt like old school WrestleMania, where it was like, here's 37 matches all strung in a row. They're each 4 minutes long. Have fun. Like, that's sort of what it felt like. And so then for them to drop this cage, like, oh, wait, what? This is happening already? Like, I made the card feel like it was moving, at least, which was nice. And I enjoyed this. I thought that they had great chemistry. I think Kevin and Braun are really good together. And like,
I forgot that you had called Kevin winning because he gets like thrown from the cage by Braun. You totally called it.
I totally called it.
I hope Kevin's actually okay. There hasn't been any reports of him like not being okay, but like that's a crazy fall.
That was a Mankind fall, basically. Like, that was like Mankind getting thrown off the top of that cage. It was very high. And Braun is tall and like picked him up and chucked him. It was a very cool visual to see Braun standing at the top of the cage screaming. Like, Kevin did win, but also...
Yeah, I mean, Braun Strowman congratulated him on his win.
That good sportsmanship on Braun's part.
The Bludgeon Brothers beat Team Hell No because Kane broke his ankle IRL.
What?
All that for nothing. Though... in a weird serendipitous turn, like, I'm really sad that Kane is hurt, but now it's no longer a question. Like, we're going to get Miz and Daniel, and that's finally, kind of what people wanted anyways.
Right, exactly.
Miz coming out and having that fucking funeral and shaking everybody's hand and being so sad, and then the first thing that comes out of his mouth, I'm so sad because I know you all wanted to talk about Miz and Mrs. The best. You're the best. And honestly, Daniel coming out and just, like, blind, like, shotting him from the back. Effective. This was a really effective segment to a disappointing match because, you know, life happens and sometimes you break your ankle.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Bludgeon Brothers are still champions.
When will the bar save us?
What a great question. Bobby Lashley defeated Roman Reigns. LOL, they're gonna do it again!
Oh my god. I was shocked that Bobby Lashley won, to be honest. I was shocked that this wasn't the last match. I was shocked that Lashley won, but like, the only thing that was exciting to me was that Lashley won, and so the whole match I anticipated that he was gonna lose, and then to get to the end and be surprised, yes, was nice, but also, like, I had no reason to care about this match
also,
at all.
Hilarious that Bobby Lashley wins. Kurt issues this proclamation that if Brock Lesnar doesn't defend his title at SummerSlam, then he's going to
strip him of the belt.
Get stripped from the belt. Paul Heyman says, sure, he'll face somebody at SummerSlam. Okay, we're going to do this round of matches. This first round of matches, and then the 2 winners of these 2 matches will get to face each other next week, and then that person will be the #1 contender. Oh, it's just going to be Bobby and Roman again?
Yeah.
So Bobby just beat Roman to get beat by Roman?
Yeah.
Because we know it's going to be Roman versus Lashley. I mean, I guess I can see a world where it's a triple threat, but still.
I don't care.
What the fuck?
I don't care. Like, I don't give a fuck about Brock. I don't give a fuck about the storyline. Like, I know that Vince is orchestrating this to make it seem like Brock has lucked out and he doesn't give a fuck, but, like, he doesn't give a fuck. So it's not effective. It's just annoying. I'm just so done with this.
Well, I feel like we just have to get to the world where Brock doesn't have the belt, and then we can move on.
Yeah, like, I don't even care if Roman has the belt. That's not what I
saw somebody
against.
tweet, or maybe it was a comment on Facebook, where they said, I don't care who has the belt. I would be in favor of Michael Cole getting the belt if fucking Brock Lesnar drops it.
Yeah, like, who's there every week?
Give it to Nicholas!
Why didn't Daniel Bryan have to have an emergency 10-year-old partner? I'm just saying. It's very weird. Inconsistent.
Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss defeated Nia Jax because of Ronda Rousey and Mickie James and other shit. I don't know.
Extremely frustrated by this. Why the fuck did Nia lose? Because Ronda got beat up. I don't get it.
Because there's no disqualification in an Extreme Rules match, and Ronda got all involved and distracted Nia.
But Nia did, like, I don't know. I think the other thing that
this
I found...
match blew. Full stop. This whole match sucked.
The thing that I found extremely frustrating is that I've had this pointed out a couple of times, and I've, like, really started to notice it. Alexa doesn't do shit anymore. Like, in this match, she
took one bad bump. On a trash can.
And, like, sure, she can do offense, but if you can't sell and you can't take bumps, you're not actually a great wrestler. And it's really started to bother me that, like, everyone else works their ass off and she's not doing shit anymore, and, like, I'm very annoyed by it. Like, is this why she held the belt hostage for so long? Because she can't wrestle it? Like, what happened? She used to be great. Like, are they just doing the same thing they do with Kyrie, where they're like, you can't do any of this shit because XYZ reason? Like, I just don't get it. And also, like, Mickie tried so hard. Mickie was really trying. She took some fucking nasty throws from Ronda. Like, Ronda does not know how to throw her, and, like, a bunch of people blame Mickie, and it's like, no, Ronda's bad. She did a bad job here.
Like, obviously we've gotten to fights about Ronda, and, like, I do think in many ways she's doing a good job, but, like, the stuff with Mickie made me nervous, because it was like, if somebody's holding you and running with you, you actually don't have control over your feet.
Right,
and
exactly.
It's like, Ronda misjudged the length and the distance between, like, Mickie's body and the ring, and Mickie's body and the announce table, and that was really like,
yeah, it all it made me think was, damn, Ronda's unsafe and should not be doing this kind of shit, which is not good. Like, I was thinking about it afterwards too. I feel like part of the reason that it may have worked a little better with Nia is because Nia can control Ronda's body. She's bigger than her. She can actually, like, pick her up and stop her momentum when she needs to. Like, Alexa's not gonna be able to do that with Ronda. And so that worries me. Like, you need someone who can control and elevate Ronda. And if Alexa can't do that, which she's not doing in these matches with anyone else, how is this gonna work? Like, is this just gonna be a complete fucking disaster? Like, it truly feels like it.
Yeah, this was not... The thing with Ronda for me in this is, like, this is a pretty basic but, like, fine storyline for Ronda and Alexa. I think it is working storyline-wise, but, like, the payoff in the ring from Alexa and then from Ronda has not been great. Again, we got into the fight. I do think that the Ronda-Nia match was actually pretty good and pretty compelling, and I think the storyline falling out of it has been good, but the in-ring work from kind of everyone, Ronda, Nia, everyone except for Mickie, let's be real.
Yeah, I agree.
Even Natty's looked kind of rough. Like,
And I feel like with Nia, too, like, Nia has no reason to give a shit about any of this. Like, they really fucked her over. Like, she lost in this shitty way just so that Ronda could get the belt from Alexa, like, and to know, too, that there's, like, a real-world heat between Alexa and Nia now. Like, I understand why Nia's like, why should I care? Why do I have to, like, give my whole fucking body to this? Like, Alexa just gets to beat the shit out of me and then I lose? Like, okay, fun. I'll just do, like, the bare minimum that I have to. Like, I don't blame her for that. This blows.
Yeah. And then on Monday night, Ronda had that...
Toaster strudel hair!
Ronda had the toaster strudel hair, and then Alexa just had 1,000 black bobby pins shoved into the side of her head. The Glam Squad strikes again!
They are a fucking menace. They hate Ronda. It truly feels like they hate Ronda.
Yeah, they're making some choices.
Yes, they are.
AJ Styles versus Rusev. I was sad that this wasn't the main event. When Braun and Kevin and then Bobby and Roman were done, I really got excited that AJ versus Rusev were going to be the main event. And even though I really thought the Intercontinental Championship, the Iron Man match was really good, I still think that AJ and Rusev would have been a good closer.
And why doesn't that belt ever close any motherfucking shows? It's so weird. Like, it's one of your top 2 belts in the company, and your other belt has fucked off to the woods for a year and a half. Why isn't this at the top? It's like they're making it, they're on purpose making a statement that this belt doesn't matter as much.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
It's super weird. And then, like, had you had the weird shit with the crowd in the main event happen the match before, and then you had this match with Rusev and AJ, I feel like you could have gotten it back, but then you just ended on this weird note, which sucks because, Dolph and Seth put on a really good match. Mm-hmm. But I thought that AJ and Rusev put on a really good match. I was really sad on Tuesday because it definitely seems like they're going to break up Rusev Day, which is a mistake.
This is the second time they've been like, LOL, fuck this group, and everyone's like, why? Why do you keep doing this? We like them. Please leave them together.
Yeah, their breakup is not going to be compelling. That's not what people like.
And it just means that Aiden's going to go back to doing nothing.
It means that Aiden's going to go back to doing nothing. It's going to be that Rusev Day essentially dies. Like, you need somebody to announce that. Like,
yeah, and
it's just going to be a thing. So you're going to take the gimmick away that's working. Mm-hmm. It's like kind of what they did with the Miz Taraj. Like, obviously that worked out for Miz, but it was a gimmick that was working, and it fucked over Damien Sandow really hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, that's disappointing. And also, like, I want a stable with men and women in it.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought this match with Dolph and Seth was really good, and I thought it was paced really well, and it's too bad that the audience pretended that it was the Royal Rumble. And also sad that the WWE backstage crew took the clock off, and then Seth and Dolph had to be seen in ring being like, hi, we don't know how to time an Iron Man match if we can't see where the clock is.
Yeah, and it's, like, really important that the timing at the ending was correct as well.
Yeah, like obviously they put it back up, but what strange choices. Honestly, I feel like, personally, if they had never taken the clock away, that Royal Rumble shit probably would have died down, but you made it
a thing.
You answered their, like, call. You made it worse.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, frankly, like, I see these arguments where people are like, well, you can't be mad at the crowd because WWE's not putting out a compelling product. But in this sense, they are everybody complains that Roman was in the main event. They took him out of it. People love Seth Rollins. People like Dolph Ziggler. This was a good match. They've consistently been putting on good matches that the crowds have been really hot for. That's why they made it the main event, and then the crowd turned on them. Maybe it's because it's like a $1 million pay-per-view. That's probably why. But
I think that's a big part of it.
I feel like you can't blame this match and these people in the match because they were doing a really good job and it was a compelling match.
Well, I think my issue with it was that, like we talked about before, the pacing of the first half of the show was boom, 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 boom. And so you taught the crowd not to have a long attention span. And then, not span. That's the
But everyone knew that the 30-minute match was coming.
Yeah, but when you put it at the end and you've, like, already conditioned this crowd to have these, like, shorter matches and to, like, not give a fuck about Lashley and Roman until, like, the last second, like, they created this, like, really weird time, like, within this, like, universe inside of this stadium, basically. They shortened everyone's attention span and then got to the end and were like, strap in for a 30-minute match. And everyone was like, there's a clock!
That's the thing, too, because I like Iron Man matches. I know a lot of people don't. But I don't think when you have a product that has a 4-hour-long pay-per-view, like, you can't do Iron Man matches on pay-per-views anymore. Like, they have to be a Raw thing or a SmackDown thing. I feel like you can't do them on pay-per-views anymore. Like, that's a weird choice.
Yeah, it is a weird choice. Especially with the Iron Man match, like, it benefits from having commercials. It truly does. Like the Iron Man match that Puma and Johnny had on I think it's the first season of Lucha. It might be the second one. But that's a whole hour. And they took the entire hour to do the Iron Man match, which is really only 43 minutes. And is the audience there still has to experience it. But the pace changes as you go in and out of commercials, and you give the audience a second to step back and breathe. Like, the reason that gauntlet match with Seth was so good, like, he wrestled for a fucking hour, which was amazing. But it's because it didn't feel like, oh, well, we've tacked this on to the end of a 3-hour-long pay-per-view already. So it just felt like they just made so many bizarre choices about the booking, and, like...
It was just one of those things where, like, in that moment, I felt really bad for the performers.
Yeah.
I even felt bad for Dolph.
Right? And I felt too.
You made me feel bad for Dolph.
I liked this match, but I mostly liked the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, but that's an Iron Man match.
Yeah, that's true. But like, I didn't feel like there.
Though I liked the first like 10 minutes. There was like it was pretty exciting. There was like a lot of falls and like the Drew stuff, and then getting kicked out. I would say the first third and the last third were good. Like the middle part was meh.
Yeah,
but that's also when all the drama with the clock was happening. So like that was very distracting.
That's true. That's a good point. I felt like the ending was very anticlimactic. That was the only thing, is that it was like they built to this draw and like, ugh, all right, you let the air out of this balloon, whatever. Like, this was enjoyable up till this point, and then Kurt comes out and is like, get your bitch asses back in there, basically. And then all of a sudden, Drew's just like, no one watched.
Well, it's a new match. He could come out.
Well, yeah, and I get that, but it was weird that it was like not built up in any way. It wasn't like, oh shit, here comes Drew McIntyre. It was just like, Drew's on the apron, and he kicked him in the face, and then it just ended. It was like, it felt like this second match, this restart, this like sudden death match wasn't given enough time, which is weird. Literally 30 extra seconds, it would have felt better. But to just be like, LOL, he's here, and goodbye, like, it just felt so bizarre. And like, you've expected us to have this long attention span for these full 30 minutes, and like, you get this victory ripped away from Seth in like the literal last seconds, and then like, sorry, it's over. Like, it was just such a weird choice. Ugh.
I don't think it was the worst. It was no Payback. Payback was the worst pay-per-view I've ever seen in the modern era.
I barely even remember that.
I remember that. It sucks.
Wait, are you talking about Backlash? The one from when I was gone? Okay.
Yeah, Backlash. Sorry, you know. Payback, Backlash, Balls. Same thing. That's it. Any more thoughts?
Nope. That's it.
Nope.
We've covered enough thoughts.
You can find us on the internet.
I'm at Urgency.
I'm at Stella_Cheeks. You can also find us at Not Your Demo Pod on Twitter, which you should do, and you can follow Kate Side Seats on Twitter.
Yes. You can send us an email at notyourdemo@gmail.com.
You should support us on Patreon at patreon.com/notyourdemopod.
Yes.
You should also buy our shirts at whatamaneuver.net.
Yes.
You should also rate, review, and subscribe.
Yes.
Where, Erin?
On iTunes.
iTunes. That's it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
It's the whole shebang.
I feel better.
Good. Talking about wrestling made you feel better?
Right, yeah, I feel a little more animated. It's not just me sitting in my bed being like, oh, my body hurts.
In your juices.
Right, now I can go home and watch Battlestar Galactica again.
You trash monster.
I love it so much.
2 words for you.
Rebound.
Final 5. Those are 2 words. Hey. That's fine. It's still picking up.
With a degree in health sciences from Anne Arundel Community College, you can change a life, save a life. Ready to make the decision of a lifetime? Make a real difference in the world. Recharge yourself